morning. Today we will be talking about a very important topic, healthy lifestyle to boost our immunity. Healthy lifestyle in itself means three main things: your sound sleep, regular exercise, food and food habits. Apart from that, you need to do yogasana, meditation, pranayam, should take care of your hydration, have positive mental attitude, and avoid tobacco and alcohol abuse. We will be talk about one by one. First of all, as I told you that healthy lifestyle boosts up your immune power so that you are saved from so many diseases. Now before going further, I must explain you what exactly I mean by immunity. In our blood, we have got white blood cells, and amongst those white blood cells, we have got T cells. These T cells are important for maintaining our immune power. If T cells are active, our immune power will be more. Then we need to understand another thing, that is the stress hormone. The stress hormones are produced whenever we are in mental or physical stress. These stress hormones, they decrease the functioning of T cells. So therefore, whenever there is increased levels of stress hormone, our immune power will go down. We need to understand two more terms, the free radicals and antioxidants. Free radicals are substances which are produced in our body due to some stress or due to some disease, and they are detrimental to our body cells. While the antioxidants are the substance which take care of these free radicals and keep our body safe. Antioxidants which are found naturally are beta carotene, or you can say that is contained in the vitamin A, tocopherol or vitamin E, ascorbic acid or vitamin C, and selenium. So by now you should be able to understand that for maintaining our immune power, we need to have good function of T cells, lower level of stress hormones, and we should consume lot of antioxidants. We'll take one by one. Now sound sleep. Sound sleep reduces the level of stress hormones. So therefore it improves the function of T cells and thereby increasing our immune power. It further helps to regenerate and helps in healing of the body. It has been seen that if we do not sleep for less than 5 hours for 3 days, the effect on our body is as if we have not slept for one whole night. So it is that important. And that is a physiology how sleeping helps us. Now question comes, how much should we sleep? Sleep Foundation of India has prescribed that 7 to 8 hours sleep is must for youngsters from age of 18 years to age of 65 years. And that sleep should be sound. Best time to sleep is between 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. But do you follow it? No. Sleep Foundation of India says that by all means you should sleep by 11 o'clock. So my dear friends, it is for you to understand that for having healthy lifestyle, not only the sleep hours are important, but proper sleeping time is also important. Sleep basically releases protective cytokines and improves T cell, as I told you before. After sleep, the next part is regular exercise. What it does? Regular exercise basically decreases the release of stress hormone. And again, because stress hormones are less, so function of T cell is improved. Function of T cell is improved, so your immune power is improved. That is the scientific background. Then moreover, it increases the blood flow and lymph flow. So the T cells reach to every nook and corner of the body and remove the bacteria or the virus if it is affecting there. But here is a word of caution. You should not do over exercise, because if you will be indulging in over exercise out of over enthusiasm, it is going to harm your body. So you have to maintain a balance. Basically, exercise is a housekeeper. See, what happens? As you do not clean your house becomes dirty in due course of time. Similarly, our body is a house. If we will not do proper exercise, then this will also be dirty. Means what? Whenever we are doing exercise, the blood flow, the lymph flow increases. It takes care of all the toxins which are present all across the body. If you will not do that, then those toxins, those dirty material will stay in our body and will make us unhealthy. So that is why the exercise is said to be a housekeeper. Not only that, we need to practice pranayam, yogasana and meditation. I will talk about it after I detail you about the exercise. First of all, we should understand that what should be the appropriate time, because I told if you are be over exercising, you will be harming your body. So therefore, the ideal time or ideal hours are 30 to 40 minutes per day. If you will do regular exercise, then it is appropriate. If you are doing more than 90 minutes a day, then it is going to cause you physical stress. Here you need to know that there is a WHO criteria. World Health Organization has specified a criteria that how much exercise should you do. WHO has said that 150 minutes to 300 minutes per week is a prescribed time for exercise. And then moreover, 2 days in a week, you should do muscle stretching exercise or muscle toning exercise. So that means if we will follow this pattern, then we will be having optimum time for exercise. Now what you can do, there are so many activities. 10,000 steps per day should be your target. For youngsters, I am saying, you have got so many apps available on Android and the iPhone. You can download that app and just keep it with you while you are walking. So 10,000 steps. Out of that, 6,000 steps should be at a stretch. What should be your speed of walking? While you are walking, you should be able to talk. But you should not be able to sing in a good tune. That is not. That means your speed is less. And moreover, if you are panting, then again your speed is more. So you should have optimum speed with optimum steps per day. There is a caution for the patients who are heart patients or who are respiratory patients. They should know their limit. It can be even 3,000 steps for the persons who are compromised cardiac function. So it is not that everybody has to go for 10,000 steps. Now, what else you can do? You can have running, you can have jogging, you can have do cycling. Now suppose you are staying in hostel, you are staying in a home, in a room, what you can do? You can do Zumba. You can just switch on the YouTube, find some suitable video and do exercise, floor exercise in room only. Nowadays it is very cold, so you can do the exercise in room only. So you need to choose what type of exercise you are going to do. It should be a mix of aerobic plus muscle strengthening. After exercise, you should know about the food. We keep on talking about healthy food, healthy food. What exactly is meant by healthy food? Healthy food is basically that food which contains all minerals, all vitamins, all essential part of the body. How you will know that? I am giving you one very simple example. If you are consuming fruits, you consume all colors of fruits like papaya, banana, guava, mango. If you are consuming vegetables, you consume all colors of vegetables like green leafy vegetable, turnip, potato, cauliflower, green pea, carrot. See, all colors. If you are consuming pulses, consume all types of pulses like arhar, chana, moong, urad, masoor. If you are consuming grains, you should consume all types of grains. Jwar, bajra, chana, gehu, makka. If you are consuming your food in this manner, then you will be having all those minerals. Why? Because one food may not be sufficient to give you all the minerals or all the nutrients. If you mix this type in this manner, then one food will complement other and you will not have deficiency. It is also recommended whenever you are consuming rice, it should be brown rice. It should not be white rice. So all these things you need to follow if you are talking about healthy foods. Now after that, what should be the time of food? When you should take your breakfast or your dinner? That is very important. Your breakfast should be within 1.5 to 2 hours of sunrise. Suppose there is sunrise at 6 a.m. Then by 8 a.m. you should have taken your breakfast, and that should be the heaviest breakfast. Then dinner, when should you take dinner? Dinner you should again take within 2 hours of sunset. Suppose sun is setting at 6 p.m. then you should take dinner by 8 p.m. So time is very important because there has to be time for complete digestion of food before you are going to sleep. After all, you are going to sleep in any way before 11 o'clock. So you will give 3 hours time for food to digest. And one thing is more important, that you should not be empty stomach for more than 6 hours. You should take something in between. That is also important. But that should be a healthy food. That should not be a burger, pizza, chow mein, samosa, khasta, kachori, puri all the time. It is going to harm your body. No junk food. Nowadays, our youngsters, they are very fond of getting food from Swiggy, from Zomato, from so many restaurants. They go to dine. Their only life is going outside and dining something, and what they dine? They dine basically all these junk food. Okay, once in a while it's okay, you are going there to and you enjoy the life, that is also okay. But it should not be your habit. Otherwise, you will fall ill in due course of time. I'll talk special about vitamin C and vitamin D. The vitamin C, as I told you, it is an antioxidant. It helps your body to regenerate the cells, to defend the free oxygen radical, So vitamin C has to be taken. It is found in citrus fruits, in amla, and low cost vitamin C plus zinc tablets are also available in market. You can take from Jan Aushadhi Kendra, there is no problem. These citrus fruits, all of you know, they are oranges, mosami, even pineapple. But amla is a very rich source. It can be lemon also. Vitamin D usually comes from food and sunlight. Food, all of us know, and all of us are told that it is rich. The milk, curd, and this paneer is very rich in vitamin D. But do you know our food ragi is richer than milk? Sahajan, fali, what the vegetable is there? It is much richer than milk. So if you consume all those conventional food, then you will not be having deficiency of calcium. And moreover, the sunlight in our India, approximately 80% of Indians, they are deficient of vitamin D. And vitamin D is not only important for the bones and joints or muscles, it is also important for your heart and kidney health also. So in that way also we have to take proper sunshine. There is a rule of 40. What is that rule of 40? 40 days in a year, 40 minutes a day with 40% of the body area exposed. That means we have got 52 Sunday in a year. If on each Sunday you sit and take sunshine for 40 minutes a day, just sit outside in the lawn, on the roof, go to the park, just see mobile, call someone, talk to someone, take some book, read over there, do your job, but you get sun. Then your vitamin D requirement for whole year will be complete. And then what should be the 40% exposure? See, for non-medical personnel, I must explain that if your legs are exposed below knee, your hands are exposed below shoulder, both the hands, and your head and face is exposed to sun, it is 40% of your body, and that you can very well do anywhere. What should be the ideal time? Please do not go at 11 o'clock or at 12 noon, because you will have sunburn. So best time otherwise in the morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Suppose nowadays it is quite cold, you can shift time and it can be 7 to 9, but not beyond 11, because unnecessarily you will be having that sunburn. That should not be there. Time is very important. I was telling you about pranayam also. Breathing, what the pranayam is. The pranayam is basically breathing exercise. See, you just take lung as a balloon, and if you keep the balloon collapsed for a very long time, then the walls, they will stick together, and when you will blow the balloon will burst. Same is true with the lung. Our lung is like a balloon. If we will not inflate it properly daily, then the alveoli, the small part of the lung, they will collapse and cause pneumonia. And this is especially true for the persons who are having advancing age. So you should develop a habit of doing pranayam. Pranayam is nothing but deep breathing exercise. You deep breathe in, stay for some period, and then exhale out. And breathe into your full capacity. And this exercise, if you do 10 to 15 minutes in the morning daily, I am telling you, you will absolutely feel so delightful that your whole day will go very well. Why? Because I am telling you, whenever you breathe in, the oxygen goes inside your lung, and from lung it goes into the blood and to every part of your body. And once oxygen goes to every part of your body, every part of the body rejuvenates. So that is important. And for Yogasana, one thing again I want to say, that if you learn to do Surya Namaskar, Surya Namaskar is in itself a complete exercise as far as Yogasana is concerned. So that is very important for you to understand the importance of pranayama. Then your body should be properly hydrated. Means what? Suppose you want to clean a room, but the water is not sufficient. What will happen? The corners of room will not be cleaned properly. Similarly, if your blood volume is not proper, then because of the less blood volume in the body, the blood is not going to reach to every part of the body, and then the toxic products will not be removed. Scientifically, it has been seen that in the dehydrated persons, the immune power decreases. So what you need to do? You need to hydrate your body properly by drinking lot of healthy liquids. It could be water, it could be vegetable soup, it could be fruit juice, it could be your dal, whatever. So you have to take adequate amount of liquid. So much so that for an adult, at least 1.5 liter of urine per day person discharges. So that you have to calculate. It should not be over hydration also. It should be optimum hydration. If you talk in medical terms, what happens? 500 ml of water is evaporated from the body insensibly. You are not able to see. And 500 ml is required for our metabolism. So that becomes 1 liter. And I am saying 1.5 liter of urine output is mandatory. So that becomes 2.5 liter. So that means 2.5 to 3 liters of fluid per day is the optimum requirement. And whenever you are taking this amount of fluid, the lymphatics and blood flow to every part of body to clean it up from toxins. Then one thing is very important. You need to be having positive mental health all the time. I told you, if the stress hormone level will be less, you will be having more function of T cells. The T cells will be more active. So for that, your mental health should be very good. You should do meditation daily. Make it a part of your life. And what is meditation? Meditation is simply making your mind relax, thinking something positively and visualizing that positive thing. Suppose in the morning I have taken a thought, today I will go and talk with a smiling face to everyone. I have affirmed in mental peace. I have visualized as if I am going to my office, my medical university, talking to everyone with a smiling face. That is all about meditation. So one positive thought a day. And once you will start the habit of developing meditation, then your mind will be relaxed. And the best time of meditation is morning, because your mind is just like a blotting paper. If it is soaked with the positive thought in the morning, then even if some negative thoughts comes in during whole day time, it is not going to affect your brain. And suppose in the morning only you have fed with the negative thoughts, like from the newspaper, from reading some negative news, what will happen? It will be soaked with the negative thoughts. So in the morning, just after you have got up from the bed, you have to do meditation. And moreover, you can do lot of activity. You can play music, you can dance, you can do writing, you can do painting, you can have healthy discussions with your family members. You can talk to a person to whom you like, either on the mobile or in person. All those indoor activity. Suppose you are stressed, you start playing some indoor game. Some online games are there. Meaning thereby, suppose morning you have done meditation, now you have started your day during daytime, somehow you are getting stressed. Then you have to de-stress then and there. You should not keep the stress till whole of the day. So that art you need to learn. So what will happen? This will reduce the stress hormone level. This will keep you happy, healthy, and will increase your immune power. Our young generation, often they are misguided that whenever they are stressed, they should smoke, they should consume tobacco, they should consume alcohol. And lot of these things, they do come from pictures, from our movies. That is very unfortunate. That should not happen. All of them should understand, all of you should understand that we should not consume, we should refrain from tobacco, from alcohol, from drugs, or from even from sedentary habits. We should keep moving all the time. So if we will do that, then again we will remain healthy for a longer period. My dear friends, I have told you in a very simple manner that your sleep, your food, and your exercise associated with hydration, good mental health is going to make you happy. Therefore, I request all of you to follow these tenets, and they are very easy to follow, and share with others also. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. I am sure that you must have liked it. If yes, please share and subscribe my channel. I will come with some other topic next time. By that time, thank you very much.